she is cleared from BIA to go back to work. She can come back to Law and Order to address her contract for back pay.
Yes, I believe that we looked the motion up and, or the action, and it's clearly states what you just mentioned.
Okay.
So, motion by Councilman Weston. Oh, yes.
Okay. Okay.
Go ahead, Councilman.
Steve, this is probably for you. Is that in the hands of the president to grant her admin leave?
I got it.
I don't think we're talking about admin leave.
But but from now, since we found out what the problem was, wouldn't she be put on admin leave?
No, the contract says that the chief of staff can suspend with pay in the case of an investigation. And let me get you that language. And that's just suspension with pay. That's not administrative leave. And yesterday we talked about the way we sometimes use the term administrative leave. You know, like she's been placed on administrative leave, but under the contract, we don't use that term. We use suspended with pay. That's different than this concept of administrative leave. Like there's a big snowstorm and you can't get down the road. So, okay.
Yeah, I
but
was wondering where that came from.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate that the wording is confusing, but the contract says suspended with pay. So I can pull that.
While you're looking that up, so the question of back pay, did she not go on leave though? And wasn't she getting paid for?
Well, let me first address the question. It does say that it talks about the council having disciplinary, the exception of an egregious act. For example, any harmful act to the people, department, tribe, then the chief of staff shall take immediate action to suspend with pay until investigation is completed. So that's the language about suspend with pay until investigation is completed. And I think what the motion is to authorize that suspension with pay and to make the payment from the RAMA funds. And that's what the treasurer said yesterday was a permitted use of the RAMA funds, and according to the treasurer, and that there were enough RAMA funds. Now, as far as the back pay, what the motion is when she's cleared, if and when she's cleared of the charges and reinstated, that she can come to the Law and Order Committee to seek the back pay. Yes, I believe the chief has used her leave, but that has caused all of her leave to be depleted. So it would in essence be, you know, replenishing her leave. And that's up to you as a council, whether you're going to do that or not. But
So what you're saying is we pay her and her leave gets reinstated.
that's something that will be just, yes, that's
Is that the idea behind it
that's
though?
the idea, but I'm not saying you should do that or you will do that. That's what will be decided in the future. If she's cleared of the charges, that would be your decision at a later date, but that's the idea.
And that's all legal.
Well,
Hey, there goes that well.
no, well, you know, if you're going to use the RAMA funds, then you have to make sure that it's allowable under the Rama fund. So, but that's what the treasurer talked to you yesterday about.
But you're allowing him to make that motion based on your viewpoint.
No, the motion that you made yesterday was, I know, I'm getting to that, was to follow the contract, which requires pay during the suspension, but not use 638 money. And the suggestion from the treasurer was to use the Rama funds. So that was the motion yesterday, and that's the motion today.
Yeah, it just mirrored yesterday.
Okay, when it comes time to vote, I want to switch seats with you and see how you vote.
Councilman Gosper.
Thank you, Chair. Steve, I got a question. With her leave, where exactly is that? But ain't we breaking her contract if by letting her use her leave like that? When they should have put her on leave, the chief of staff, administrative leave with pay. So basically we're breaking her contract right now, right?
Well, I think what we're trying to do is honor the contract, come up with a solution, and then have a process for addressing that leave issue at the end of it.
But still though, the Oglala Sioux tribe, we got in this contract and we broke it though, is what I'm saying. I mean, that's just where I'm going with this. This should have been done the right way. So right now, we broke her contract. That's just where I'm going with that, so.
I do think that, the council is trying to honor that provision, which says suspend with pay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I was just saying that whole time that's been happening, this
I mean,
contract's been
right,
broken.
if we could go backwards, but we're trying to
Okay.
take care of it.
Councilwoman Sears.
Yeah, I think one of the things when we said suspension with pay, and it can't come out of the 638 contract is we're talking about. So I think what's going to happen is that Rama Dollars is going to have to reimburse that portion because they were paying her out of the 638 from what, June on? Was that?
That's different because she used her leave. And that's not, she has leave and she can use it, and she did. So it would be, from this date forward, paying out of a different source of funds.
So how do we remedy the leave because she had to use her leave?
Correct. The motion is that when she is cleared of the charges, she will go back to the Law and Order Committee to address that issue.
Is there a second? Okay, second by Councilman Standing Soldier. Go ahead, question.
Was there ever a report given by Internal Affairs? Was there?
Yes, there was, I believe they call it AI. Or, yeah, AI. Or IA, I'm sorry.
Is there any chance we could see the report, or is that confidential to council?
Go ahead.
It is marked confidential. It was, addressed to the president. I think the people who really need to see it have seen it. But I wouldn't recommend discussing it.
It was addressed in the executive and law and order.
Okay. So how about those of us who ain't on Law and Order? Who didn't get to hear the discussion? We have to vote on it.
To the chair of Law and Order, one recommendation is to have the chief of staff come to Law and Order and advise the committee on the investigation and the appeal. Because there's been talk about taking an appeal, but I think the committee wants to know is the investigation over? Is the appeal still ongoing? To get an update from the chief of staff. So you may consider adding that to your motion to direct the chief of staff to report to Law and Order on the status of the investigation and the appeal.
But as what Ryan's talking about, he's not on Law and Order, so he's still gonna be in the dark.
Question.
And he has to vote on it today.
Yeah, that's just like anybody's.
Go ahead, Councilwoman Little Hawk, question.
You know, I think we did hear from our attorney, but we also heard from Rayanne in Law and Order Committee on this issue. And I think we did talk about it yesterday in executive, but I think we did mention that what the chief of staff was going to do. But then afterwards, he said, well, I'll just, was going to work with you on it. But we found out yesterday that didn't happen. He said everything is still on hold. He didn't do nothing with it. But yesterday we heard from the chief of police, and she did read us a letter, a statement on what she was going to do, and that was to appeal it. So I think we should give her that right to appeal it, you know, and leave it there. And I think that whichever way it goes, you know, she still has to come back and let Law and Order Committee know what, you know, happened or how the outcome came out.
So yesterday we had a discussion in executive session, and it appears to be an ongoing investigation with a potential appeal. And my recommendation would be if there are members of the council that do want more information before they vote, that you consider going into executive session to allow for that discussion if you need more information.
I'll make that motion just so everybody's aware. Motion to go into executive.
Okay. Motion by Councilman Weston. We have a second. Second by Councilman Randall. We'll go into executive at 5:13. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's vote on it. Secretary,
Jeremy.
call for the vote.
Jeremy Rosales,
Yeah.
Beef Randall,
Yes.
Sonia Little Hawk Weston, Blaine Little Thunder,
Good.
David Puyer, David Kelly,
No.
Jillian Spotted Bear,
Yes.
Norman Standing Soldier,
No.
Richard Greenwald Senior, Ryan Jumping Eagle Senior,
Yes.
Lyle Weston,
Yes.
Bo Little White Man,
Yes.
Jackie Sears,
Yeah.
Don Roy Gosper,
No.
James Cross,
No.
George Dreamer Jr.,
No.
Anna Halverson,
Seven yes, or 8 yes, 7 no, 2 not voting. Motion carried.
By vote.
We'll go to executive at 5:14. Security, if you can help us.